We just pulled into town and we're at Charm. We've stopped before we head back to 7 Central to check out the work that was done on the staircase while we were gone.
Those bases.
Oh boy.
This tree's trying to do something.
Look at the mess.
I love it.
I love it.
Now we just got to change the rest.
Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah.
Good.
Oh my gosh. Thank God it's fine. What do you think of this?
I like it.
It makes me wish we had done this black.
Yeah, but they did a great job on it. Feels good.
Happy!
Oh, good to see you, love. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're back at 7 Central.
Here, we're gonna go see our new floor. Smells new.
Oh boy, it does smell new.
New hatches.
Oh, feel it.
Feels
It's so much sturdier.
new hatch. Nice. This was a lot of money, but it's worth it.
And we're back in our area. We're back in the manager's quarters. And it looks fair. Oh, it needs dusting. I can see that already.
Walked on this floor. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
It's creepy. And we rebuilt this. I had this floor rebuilt. Not this past winter, the winter before. Nice.
Okay, everybody. We're back in Provincetown, and we are trying to settle in. Once again this year, we've come back to a pretty big mess left from contractors who were working for us over the winter. And once again this year, we find ourselves basically having to spend probably the next couple days just cleaning everything. There's a layer of dust on everything again this year. And I have to say that our bathroom was a complete and total mess. I mean, you know, we have stuff that we want done while we're gone, and you have crews of contractors in here for at least several weeks, and stuff is going to happen, you know? We're not here to clean up as they go along. There's nobody here to make sure that they're cleaning up as they go along, and I don't know. We're just a little defeated, I guess is the word you would give it. So we're just going to spend the next couple days like we did last year cleaning the place, and then getting, with the help of our staff, getting the rooms and the outdoor areas of both guest houses ready in 5 days or less. Actually, only 4 days, getting ready for guests. So, I don't know. Feeling a little down tonight, but I will say this. It's a beautiful day in Provincetown. It was in the low 70s when we got back. The sun was out, so that was a nice welcome back to town. But now we're going to sit on the front porch, and we're going to watch people come and go from tea dance, which is always one of our favorite things to do.
We've been back for 2 hours now, and we stopped
longer than
for 3 hours now.
Yeah.
4 hours now, and we stopped by Charm to take a look because we had the staircase redone. All the boys were there except one, and we all caught up on the winter's activities. And then we went to the grocery store, and oddly enough, didn't see one person that we knew. Caleb. So one person that we knew, which was weird, really, really weird. And then we came back to 7 Central and found a lot of dust. Not as much as last year, but still a lot, because we had the kitchen floor all rebuilt. Underneath, the floor was only boards that were just about an inch thick. As we said before, they were off a hull of a boat. And underneath that was just a couple of joists, and then holding up the joists were are tree trunks. So anyway, it was all getting kittywump and developing trip spots. So we had that all ripped up. We had it all leveled as much as they could, and then we had a subfloor put down, and then they used as many of the boards as they could, and our contractor had some boards from another job that would match, because some of these boards are 12, 14 inches wide, which you just can't get anymore, and we wanted to keep that look. It was very important to us to do that. So the floor is a heck of a lot more level. There's no more trip hazards, but when they refinished it, it created a bunch of dust again. So we have a thin layer of dust. All the dishware has to be rewashed. Everything has to come out. The shelves have to be cleaned, and then everything washed and put back. They put the original floor back, which was important to us because of authenticity of the house and stuff like that. Some boards got pretty banged up, but they had some from another job, so we used those. And they sanded as much as they could, because these are old hull planks from a whaling boat, and did a nail job, and they're all straight, but we lost all of our square head nails. I did keep one. No, that's gone too. No, that's gone too. So anyway, so everything, if you watched last year, remember what we came back to with dust, so everything is dust again. And so
We weren't expecting that.
we weren't expecting as much dust, and we thought we learned our lesson from last year and, had them.
We took preventative measures this
Yeah,
year.
yeah. So Cory's going to do that while I take a nap today. Yeah. 23, 24. 24 ounces. We're back.
Don't mind if I do. Cheers.
Cheers. The typical gimlet and martini with 2 olives. Shaken, not stirred. We made it back to Provincetown. We're alive.
We're alive. This is our 4th day back in Provincetown. So on Friday, we got back in the mid-afternoon, and we just sort of collapsed. We unpacked and took a look at all the stuff that had been done while we were gone. We stopped at Charm and looked at the stairway that had been redone and the new carpet that was put in, and it looked better than we thought.
Pictures. Yeah, better than the pictures showed.
When we were getting photos while we were in Florida, we were a little put off by how it was looking.
What they are is they were pine stairs, and they're 118 years old, and they showed every ding. And so we actually wanted the treads ebony stain, and then we wanted high hiding white on the risers. We got ebony stain on the risers and treads all the way up, and then when they took a picture, they did a flash, so every divot, every whatever without the carpet on there showed, and we went, oh my god, we just spent a lot of money for nothing.
Yeah.
But the carpet hit 80% of it, and the rest looks like antique home.
It actually looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. So then we stopped there first. Then we came over to 7th Central, and we came in here. And of course, the first thing that we wanted to look at was our new kitchen floor. It doesn't look as good as I had hoped, but it's much more functional. Much more functional.
I think it looks how we asked it to look.
You and I never want it the way we ask for it. We want it better than that.
Yeah. our floor was getting really wavy because, as you know, it's just planks from the side of a ship. And there was no subfloor, no anything. Subfloor is the floor that goes below your finished surface level. So they rebuilt it. They took it all up, and a huge job. And now you could land an aircraft carrier, or you could land a plane on it.
It's a huge difference.
Yep.
Instead of walking onto the kitchen floor and having it always have a bounce and having boards kind of like hanging over each other like that, which was always a trip hazard. And I'm surprised that I didn't trip in the last 12 years. Now everything is even, everything is solid. So I'm thrilled about that. It just feels more substantial. And
they removed like 3 tons of sand and put a vapor barrier around the whole thing.
So explain what a vapor barrier is.
A vapor barrier, as it pertains to a basement, is not like a wall or something like that, is a piece of material made out of different things, and it spreads along the floor, and then it goes up. We have crawl space, not a full basement, so it goes along the floor, and then it goes up to it goes on the sand, it goes up to the floor joist, and then a little past the floor joist up to the bottom of the subfloor. And so that went all the way around, and that stops a lot of the cold weather, a lot of frost, a lot of bugs, a lot of unpleasantness. And we were ecstatic that they did it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We would get a lot of cold air coming up through the floor in the wintertime.
And wild animals, there'd be...
Well, we didn't get wild animals.
Foxes.
We didn't get wild animals coming up into the kitchen. No.
Not the kitchen.
No, but we did have wild animals that would live underneath the house. It's an old house. It was built by Portuguese fishermen in the 1800s. Monday, we had our staff start. We had Spooky here. And actually, this is a great point for me to put in Spooky explaining what he did yesterday.
Okay,
so
perfect.
here that is now.
All right, so here we are. I've decided that since Spooky did so much of the work today, he basically did all the work today, that we should let him tell us what he did and show us around. So Spooky, go ahead.
Hi, how you doing? Welcome. Today we took out all the furniture that was hidden away for the winter. I take care of the property in the winter, so I've been staring at it for 6 months now. So we took it all out and cushioned it, and everything's fresh and new and smells delightful. And it was all stored in there and not anymore. So, yes, follow me. I also, you can't really tell because we moved stuff, but I hosed down everything and then we bug sprayed everything, so we're protected. As you can see, our beautiful backyard. I hosed everything down, and it'll be covered in bird poop in 2 seconds. Because
That's
welcome
right.
to Provincetown. Yep. So as you can see, we have all our planters out. We will be nice and flourished soon, and that's not my job to water. So,
Well, it could be.
right?
Every job is Spooky's job. We just happen to have somebody else who
Right.
usually does that. But
So here we are in the front. And we have a special visitor this year. Last year she was here and she was on the fire extinguisher. So we said, you can't do that, safety laws. And it's historic P-Town. So she has moved here.
actually, this is a different bird this year.
Oh, really?
This isn't a robin like we had last year.
What is this?
This is a mourning dove.
Oh.
We thought when you described it that it was the robin was back. That's not the robin.
Well, so word spreads.
This is a good place to hatch your
That
eggs.
This is the best place to be.
But you know what's interesting about her is that she won't move. The robin, when we walked by, would fly off. She will not leave her eggs at all. So she's a real good mama. And did you give her this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. She's not eating it.
Yeah.
She's probably like, who the hell is...
She was eating before.
Oh, she was?
There was a lot more bread, so I think she ate the bread more than the cupcake. I don't know why. I like the cupcakes more.
Why are you giving her cupcake?
Well,
Are
I
you
thought she
really
had a
giving her
I thought she had a
cupcake?
sweet tooth. And the reason she's so accustomed, because somebody may have sat here talking to her like a lunatic for a very long time, even before the eggs came. So we are very familiar, and I think I got her used to humans.
Okay, good.
I explained, don't worry, people are coming, but we're all friends.
Excellent.
So back to the inn. As you can see, we have some repairs going on.
What is this, Spooky? What does this mean? What's it about?
What happens is, and this is my theory, being so close to salt in the water, it really takes apart the wood. So I had to dig it all out, fill it in, and then I'm gonna be back to sand it and then stain it and make it look like it never happened. And here we have more furniture that went out. This is my favorite. I like to sit here when there's no guests and just relax. You really love P-Town when you're here. And I believe this was not just me. Jeffrey and I took out all the plants. These plants.
These are hydrangeas.
Yes.
And unfortunately, one died over the winter. This one's going to be okay, we think. And this one is doing great. This one's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. I don't know what that one's been eating, but
I think it was because it was closest to the light.
yeah. The other two are hidden behind.
Yeah.
Oh, if you look up, don't sail away now. We have our shade is back, and I'm told we're getting a new one because we like shade in P-Town. But what we can't wait for are those towels to be there, because that means it's beach time. And Kurt and Cory are very nice, and they usually put out a sunscreen too for the guests. So we take care of our guests.
All right. So let's do a wind up. Say goodbye.
Sure. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time. This is Spooky.
Thank you,
Welcome
Spooky.
back.
It's amazing how quickly these properties can get ugly if you just don't keep up with them. You know, and through no fault of your own, very quickly things can happen and everything looks like crap.
They just get beat up. There's, I think, between the two properties, there's 2,200 people per year that go through the properties, in and out. That's the number of guests we have, and they get beat up.
It is almost 6:00 at night on Tuesday.
It's cold. We have the
cold.
gas fireplace going.
And there's a nor'easter coming. We open on Thursday, and that's the day that we have a nor'easter hitting Cape Cod. Can you believe that? And already we have one of those guests calling saying that the ferry has been canceled and wants to know what the options are. So I don't think he understands that the ferry lines will actually bus people in when they can't run the ferries. So I think that once he understands that, this won't be an issue for him anymore. But, you know, people just when people come to Provincetown, if they have the slightest bit of inconvenience, they collapse into a pool of mush and are like, well, I can't travel.
But all you guys, if you ever have to take the bus, it's really cool. I fit on it. I'm 6'6". We have Wi-Fi, and it's peaceful. Don't shy away from the bus. Coming from Boston.
So here we are tonight. We're going to have our martinis. I'm going to start cooking our dinner soon.
I'm going to keep crime at a minimum on Central Street.
Tomorrow, we have the staff back to keep plugging away at things here and at Charm because tomorrow is the last day before we have guests.
But remember, some of the most fun that Cory and I've ever had has been deep shoulder season and also off season. Because when the weather sucks, you make great friends in bars. I don't drink.
We've made
Cory does.
I drink like a fish. What happened to my other olive?
I only gave you one.
No.
Yeah. They're expensive.
All right. Let's enjoy our evening.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.